So for our first healthy little snack, I have some dates soaking in hot water. I think I'm gonna do some little no-bake bars or no-bake balls. We got dates in here. These are the dates, by the way, in case you're curious. They are from Sam's. And what I'm gonna do first, I'm going to blend up some oats. That way we have the flour ready. We will start with that, and I'm just gonna add it to a bowl. And then I'm gonna blend the dates, because I feel like if I blend the dates and then I try to do this, it's gonna be a hot mess. It's gonna be sticky everywhere. If you have a food processor, that's what people recommend, but I do not, so we're just gonna use this little guy. That actually works so freaking nice. This kind of seems like a lot, but honestly, I'm gonna probably freeze a little bit of it. So that's the thing, I wanna be more like mindful. I feel like I bake a lot, I cook a lot, and by the time I'm like done, like the amount of dishes, oh, it's just such a struggle. I was talking to my mom the other day because I made so much rice and I told her I like froze half of it, and she was like, oh, that's really good. And I was like, I know, I'm tired of dishes. And she's like, that's life. I'm like, no, I know, but if I can try to avoid it a little bit, I'm gonna. So this is my way of like making snacks, and I'm gonna freeze half of them. So I'm praying that this works, because this is gonna be thick. It's gonna be thick, but it has a little bit of water, so hopefully the blender can do it. Hopefully. Hopefully. Babies. Okay, my poor blender, it barely survived. I ended up putting like, oh goodness. I ended up putting a splash of milk. Dang, that's so freaking hard. Oh, okay. My poor blender, because, whew. Hold on, baby, hold on. Déjale echar esto primero. Okay, so let's, before I like get really in there, let's add some vanilla, some cinnamon, and some peanut butter. And I also have barely any coconut oil, which kind of sucks. This is all the freaking coconut oil that I have. That's not very much, but it's okay, we're gonna make it work. Okay, it's actually looking really good. I feel like it is a little bit thick, so I'm gonna add it just like a splash of milk. I really don't think I can add anything else. I have no like syrup. I mean, I could add honey, but since baby's gonna have some, I don't want to add honey because I know she's gonna want some. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I feel like it does look a lot better. Here's the consistency. So still thick, but a little bit runny, so it like comes off the spoon. Okay, so we're gonna just make it into little balls. Okay, so honestly, y'all, it's still a little thick. So I put like 2, 4, 6 without any honey, and I'm gonna like label them so I know that they're the ones without honey. But I feel like for me and Nick, we gonna need a little bit something else. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of honey. Oh goodness, that was a little too much, but hey, that just means we'll enjoy them a little bit better. Let's mix this in, cause yeah, this needs some wet. You can already tell the consistency is a little bit better. Let's finish them now real quick. Okay, y'all, so the next day, I had a few of these last night. I'm not even gonna lie, I am a midnight snacker, and they're very good. Well, let's see now that they've kind of like cooled down fully. So here's how we look. Nice and soft. Let's see. They're so good. I just went to the gym, and this is gonna be the perfect little after gym snack. And also, I'm so glad I added the honey, because I can just like, I can taste it, and I love honey, so it's like, makes it that much better. Don't even stick to your finger, but it sticks to your hand. Just like, I don't know, it's just like the best consistency. These are like, I'm very impressed. First recipe is a bang. I also realized I didn't measure, because I always eyeball everything, so I'm gonna put what I think the measurements are. This is one of those things where like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Honestly, if you think it's a little dry, add more of this. Oh, actually I didn't put milk, because I added more milk. So I probably added like, I don't know, half a cup of milk to that. So yeah, if you notice it's a little wet, add some dry. If you know it's a little dry, add some wet. It's as simple as that. They're so good. Hey guys, welcome back. We are on recipe number 2, and this one is one of my favorites. And let's ignore how crazy I look because I just took a hot yoga class and I literally wore sweats. So I sweat like double the amount that you usually sweat because I was in literally the sweater and sweats. Oh my goodness, it was good though because look, my back has been hurting and I don't know why. I don't know if I slept funny one day or what, but I took that class. Hopefully my back feels better. But yeah, we're gonna start with 3.5 bananas. I give baby the 1/2, so she has the half. And it does work better if the bananas. What is it? You have plátano over here, baby. ¿Quieres más? Okay, I'll give you more. Here you go. It works better if the bananas are ripe, but I used all of my ripe bananas on a banana bread. And these are fresh, I bought them today. And you can put these in the oven and like bake them first and then they become mushy. I don't really want to do that. So we're gonna just use them as they are, but they would be softer and more sweet. Okay, so once we got it nice and smashed, this is where we're gonna add just a little bit of sugar. And only because these bananas are not ripe, I'm not adding this. If they were ripe, they would be a little bit sweeter, so you wouldn't even need any, but it's like barely any. Like it's probably like 1/4 of a cup. So just something to give it a little bit of sweetness. And then we're gonna add our quick oats. Okay, so y'all know me, I don't measure. And I could put my scale to like tell y'all, but every banana is so different that like it's not gonna be exact. I'm just gonna show y'all consistency and I'll give y'all like a rough estimate of how much I think I add. Let's see, that was probably like 1/2 cup. So this is probably like 1 full cup. Okay, so now we're gonna add some blueberries and some vanilla chips. This is a good combo. This or strawberries, that would be good too. And I think I'm gonna cut the blueberries in half, only the ones that are kind of thicker, because sometimes if the blueberry is too thick, I've noticed that it won't stick so good to the cookie and it sometimes ends up coming out of the cookie, like, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think it's just because of like how big it is. So only because of that, I'm gonna cut the ones that are a little bit on the bigger side. Because there are some big old ones. Like, look at this. The fruits be on steroids sometimes. So we're just gonna chop her up. This is one of the things that I love making at night because it really takes like 10 minutes to do. And then you bake them only for like 10 minutes. Like I usually bake them for, depending on how thick they are, I'll do 10 to 12 minutes at 350 and they're ready to go. Like it's quick, it's easy. You can literally make them and bake them in less than 30 minutes. Okay, so peanut butter chips, I'm gonna do, peanut butter, vanilla chips. Whatever that much is. Sometimes whenever I put it on the baking sheet, if I can tell it doesn't have enough, I'll add a few more to the top. Okay, so here's how we're looking. Honestly, I think it's a little thick. And the only reason I think that is because the bananas weren't that ripe. When they're really ripe, they're really mushy. And that makes it really soft. So only because of that, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil. Just so that way they're a little bit softer. And I'm going to do a little bit of baking soda. Okay, there we go. So now it's like a little bit gooier. Look how good they look. So y'all can see some of them. You can't really see the blueberries. This one you can, this one you can't. These are good. Maybe it's like these 3. I'm gonna add a few more to the top. And this would be such a good breakfast too. Like, I usually have them as like a midnight munchie, but if you got like young kids and you're trying to be like productive in the mornings, you could literally bake a batch of these for breakfast. And it has everything that a breakfast needs. It has oats, it has fruit. But yeah, this would be like literally a perfect little breakfast. Like, look how good those look. And they are a little bit on the thicker side, so I'll probably bake them for like 11, 12 minutes. When they're smaller, 10 minutes is plenty. But I'm gonna wait to bake them because my husband's gonna get home from work and we're gonna have a date. All done? Okay, all done. Las galletas. Oh my goodness, they look so good, huh? So yeah, when my husband gets home from work, I'll bake them because I also need to turn the oven on because we're gonna have chicken enchiladas and I already have them prepped. These are so good. All right, we're back with another snack, and this is kind of like the same as last one, where it can be a snack. It can be like a sweet treat little cookie. It can be breakfast. Literally these, I love them. I'm obsessed with them. And I'm gonna show you how I make them. So we're gonna start with 1 stick of butter. Baby's throwing everything to the floor too. I might have to put her to sleep and then I'll be back, but I'm gonna try to get through as much as I can before she needs to sleep because it's almost her bedtime. Okay, so we have 1 stick of butter, and we're gonna do the rest of this, which is probably 3/4. I love this mix. Okay, and then to that we're gonna add 2 eggs. Okay, and then to this mix we're gonna add some vanilla, cinnamon, and some nutmeg. I love this combo. Plenty of cinnamon because we love cinnamon. Smells so good. A little bit of nutmeg. So you'll have this beautiful mix here. We're gonna set that aside and we're gonna work on our bananas. I'm gonna smash up 4. They are pretty ripe. This is like the perfect baking banana. We have our bananas beautiful and smashed. So now I'm gonna pray this doesn't overflow. We're gonna add the bananas into all of the mix. And then I'll use this bowl for the dry. I'm surprised baby's hanging out with me still. She has a banana, she's chilling. But it is tight, so not terrible. Okay, so now in here, we're gonna put a cup and 3/4 cup of flour. We're actually gonna go to my suegro's house tomorrow, spend the night, and they're gonna have their other grandkids there. So I feel like this will be a perfect snack to have, like to take. Any excuse for me to make anything, I will do it. Now we're gonna do a little bit of salt, a little bit of baking powder. It smells so freaking good. Okay, so now we're just gonna dump this in here. And if you can't tell, this is low-key banana bread, but I'm going to do muffins and I'm gonna add blueberries. So it just gives it like, I don't know, it's like a nice little snack because you can just, because you can just like get a little muffin and go. Yeah, use a mixer if you have one. If not, you gotta use elbow grease like me. I just love the fact that I'm getting everything dirty right now when we're literally about to leave. No, baby. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Now we talking. Okay, and if I can't like smell the sweetness, it needs more of something. So we're just gonna add a little more vanilla because I love vanilla. Oh yes, perfect. Okay. Now let's add our blueberries. Here's an up close in case y'all are curious how we're looking. For our final snack, we're gonna make little zucchini muffins. Just because the last muffins I made were so good, I just need another muffin. And y'all will have to excuse how I look because I took a fat nap and I needed it. I do not nap. I never nap. It is rare when I take a nap. But I don't know, y'all. I was so tired. I literally did hair. I did 3 haircuts, braids, and all over hair color. So like, I don't know if that just like got me so tired or what, or maybe because I worked out this morning. I don't know, but I was so tired and I literally drove around. Baby slept. Once she was asleep, because she sleeps pretty good in her car seat. So once she was asleep, I drove back home. Oh, but this, we're not gonna keep that one, okay? That one's the end. I drove back home and I literally just scooted the seat back in the car and slept with her. So yeah, we're gonna do this with 3 zucchinis that I have. They are on the smaller side, so I probably won't make too many. And the last time that I made these, I wrung out too much water because you were supposed to let them, like, what's the word? You're supposed to, I don't know, squeeze out some water. And I feel like I did too much of that, so they were a little bit on the dry side. So this time I'm going to not squeeze as much. We're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. I know, babies. I know you want one. Here you go. This one is way more ripe than that one, but it's okay. They will work. We're gonna put them straight into the bowl and I'm just gonna smash them in here. And I'm pretty much doing this so that way there can be more, but also because it can add a little bit of sweetness and they'll be soft. I've had zucchini bread before that kind of falls apart. And so this way, hopefully it holds a little bit better. Perfect. Okay, so to this we're gonna add 1 egg, some vanilla, some cinnamon, a little bit of sugar. Oh my, you were so hungry, huh? Oh my goodness, you're so hungry. We're so hungry. Look at them big cheeks. I looked up a few different recipes to see like what other people were adding, just so I could have an idea, because I like to kind of get inspiration, but then I like to do my own thing. So we're gonna do probably like 1/2 cup of sugar. I don't have brown sugar, so I'm gonna use this one. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do 2 smashed bananas. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. So we're gonna do The banana will give it sweetness, but just in case a little sugar's all right. And then some people added butter, some people added oil. I'm just gonna do a little bit of oil, probably like 1/4 cup. We're gonna add in our flour, salt, baking powder. If you're ever like not sure how to bake, always just mix the wet first and then add the dry after. So I'm probably gonna do like 1.5 cups. And I'm debating on doing flour or oats because some people use oat flour. So I'm thinking, what if I did oats? But I would have to like blend them up. Okay, we're gonna do oats. So I'm gonna probably do like 1.5 cups. All right, and here we have our oat flour. Super soft though. I think because I left most of the water in the zucchini. Hey guys, it's the next day. I went to the gym this morning. I took a muffin for me and I took a muffin for baby for the way. So this was kind of like my breakfast, and I did have one last night. They are really good though. I will say they're softer, for sure softer than when I made them last time, and I think that's because I left some of the moisture in the zucchini. So I will definitely be doing that next time, and I think because I added that banana, I made it like soft too. But baby's funny because she did not want one last night, and she did not want one on the way to the gym, but on the way back from the gym, I let her have it, and she snacked on it the whole way home. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you watched until the end, let me know in the comments which recipe you're gonna try, which one you're most excited to try. And yeah, I'm just gonna put these in a little plate, take a little picture. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in another video. Bye!
No.